Hey guys, welcome to my Shrouded Fable card tier list. Today we're going to be ranking all the cards that are coming out in the new set so that I can learn about what the meta is going to be like in the future. It's a very small set, so it shouldn't be that long of a video. Of course, we're voting off of a stream, so it's technically a video. Let me see chat. Chat hasn't said anything. But yeah, we're gonna get there and start. So let's see. So Shroud of Fable, Joltik. Splashing Dodge does 10 damage, flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. I kind of want to rank it and see. I mean, obviously, if Joltik is better, Compound, or not Joltik, Galvantula is better. Maybe Joltik might raise up. But so far, I'm about to, forget. I mean, it reminds me of Squirtle, but worse. This Pokemon does 50 more damage to your Pokemon with an ability. Okay. Shocking Web, 50 plus damage. If this Pokemon has any L energy attack, this attack does 80 more damage. So 50 plus damage if this has a lightning energy. So it would do 50 plus 50, which is 100. 180 damage for an 100 Pokemon. I mean, I would say... 180 damage for a Pokemon with a 100... what does 180 achieve? It kills a Squawkabilly. It kills a Mew. It kills a Lumineon. Because of... That is not... Well... It's 180. Squawkabilly, Mew, Lumineon. It kind of just kills that really crazy support. I would say it's a good tech to prize map some extra cards, but at the same time, it costs 2 of your energies. If it costed 1 energy, I would say it would be better, but it's 2 energies. And, not everybody is playing all those crazy cards, so it's very specific. If 180 is the cap, and then there's 100, it could kill Cram. It's not even electric type, so it can't even kill a Cramorant. It can't kill a Cramorant. And, because, it does have an ability, so 50 plus 50. So if it has a lightning, yeah, it can kill a Cramorant, too. 50 plus 50 plus 80, yeah. So, I would say, it's a big support, but I think the biggest problem is that it evolves. It evolves, and evolving, nobody is using the, whatever that Pokemon is called that can help with damage counters on anything. What was that Pokemon called? Can anyone tell me in chat? Frick, I forgot. It's a really weird card. I forgot what it was, but no, I don't know. People just don't like playing stage 1s like this. I'm gonna say it's. I'll probably forget about it in a day. It'll be on my mind since I've talked about it, but I don't know. I think I'll forget about it in a day. I'm definitely not going in my deck tomorrow. Rowlet. Where did Rowlet go? Rowlet's in here. So Rowlet, this guy, and I think this is a Decidueye card. Yeah. Let's see. Really good for that deck. Cutting Wind 30 damage. So basically, I think it will probably be maybe play one day. I don't know how good United Wings are gonna be. People like to always dig this deck from the grave, and honestly, it's weird to me that they keep doing it, and then not only that, but they keep hyping it up. So maybe I'm trying to look for the. Oh, there it is. Let's see. And then Decidueye, uh, draw until you have 7 cards in your hand for an attack. You can do that for Cleffa. Discard a basic grass energy for 170. That's legit worse than Galvantula, unfortunately. Here, let me get rid of these things, because these things are not helping me at all, because it's going to be a video. Alright, so I would say that this is worse than Cleffa, for sure. But yeah, these two probably gonna be in a lot of decks. I might play it one day. I would say it's niche, but a lot of people like to play, um, a lot of people like to play United Wings. So I'll give them that. Alright, last grass type. Tapu Bulu, Woodhammer, 220 damage to Pokemon at this point. So it's a lot of energy. And if you do a if you have a double turbo, it could, you had 2 grass, it could do 200. I could see this definitely being played on some kind of any grass deck. I mean, you could tech this in any grass deck. Does 30 damage to itself, so it's like a one-off kind of guy. I mean, you can get crammed in the face. But 220 damage, if you put a maximum belt on this, and you played it with Teal Mask, I think, oh, my face cam is frozen? Oh, great, that's not gonna look good for the YouTube video. Let me make sure, oh, look, that is the funniest face to be face frozen in. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Video capture. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Video capture. Let's see what's going on with my surprised face. And let's go back to this. Let's get this refreshed. And there we go. There's my beautiful face again. My baby beautiful face. And where did the thing go? Okay, so anyways, Tapu Balu, I would say would go good in any grass type deck. I think it's niche but cool. I think it can go into the Festival Grounds deck. I don't know. It's a lot of damage, and with Teal Mask Ogerpon, I think this could help that a lot and bring Festival Grounds to a better state. Do you think this is a fair thing? Let me know in the chat. Alright, so next card is Houndour. I don't want to judge it until I see Houndoom. Let's see, rare kick, 50 damage for 3 fire energies. Not that good already. But let's see what its older brother can do. Bite, 50 damage for 2 energies, that's too much. Gnaw, 100 damage during your opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon attacks do 100 or less 20 damage before applying weakness. Nah, it's garbage. Wow, they failed the fire types. And the reason why is because your opponent could easily just switch. And 100 damage, it's not good, just filler. Alright, let's see if there's any fire types. Alright, so there's Iron Moth here somewhere. There it is. Let's see what Iron Moth can do. Suction, 30 damage. Heal from this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did to your opponent's active Pokemon. Wild Rejector. Okay, so heal 30 damage. Wait. Suction, 30 damage. Heal from this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did to your opponent's active Pokemon. Wild Rejector, 120 damage. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's ancient Pokemon. I mean, it seems like it is a tech against something that just doesn't exist. Is there a, I mean, this would be great against, no, because it's 3 fire energy. They just can't do Iron Moth that well. We are just gonna have to, I don't know. I mean, not. I don't even think it kills. I mean, does it kill Iron Thorns? Let me look it up. Uh, Iron Thorns. It is a basic, but I don't know if it kills. I mean, I don't think anyone is using. Oh, Iron Thorns. I meant Iron Leaves. That's what I meant. Wait. What is Iron Thorns' weakness actually? Hold on. Iron Thorns EX. Let me see its weakness. It's Japanese, same thing. Is its weakness fire? Or it's fighting, isn't it? That does not help. Yeah, that does not help. Yeah, this card's kind of trash. It could be helpful later, but I'm definitely gonna forget it in a day. Alright, Horsa, let's judge these Pokemon. Hold Steel, healed 30 damage from this Pokemon. Okay, Fin Cutter, 20 damage. Okay, that's trash. Seadra, call for backup. Search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon. Okay. Reveal them, put them into your hand. Okay. And then if we rare candy it up to Kingdra, instead we'll have Royal Command put up to 3 Water-type Pokemon from discard pile into your bench. That's like echoing horn yourself 3 times. What water Pokemon do you need on your bench? I guess you could have Frigid. I mean, it's water Pokemon, so you could. It doesn't say evolutions or basics. Kind of reminds me of. Yeah, you can get Excalibur. That's what I was thinking too. It just was on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't get it out. It does 50 more damage, but think about it. Chen Pao can. Well, if you think about it, you can evolve. It's like Lugia and Chen Pao had a baby. I would say it could be fun. I think if Lugia and Chen Pao had a baby, Kingdra would be it. Because, you know, it's... But at the same time, okay, you're going to get 3 you're going to have to at least get 2 Excaliburs out ready to go. And then you lose a turn. No damage. So, you're just like, what the hell? There's no damage. So, it's like, not only do you have to evolve to the Kingdra, but you have to wait another turn in order to do anything. It's not like Shen Pao where it's like, go, 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 but Shen Pao, you really have to... I mean, I guess it's the same way with Shen Pao, too. I just feel like this is an extra step. You have to get the Excaliburs, but then you don't have to rare candy, and your opponent can't de-evolve, and your opponent... I feel like it could be good, but then you also have to get the Kingdras, and they can also de-evolve the Kingdras as well into Horsas, which only have 9, which is crazy. It's just like, it's really, 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 really complicated. Like, really complicated to rank. The Kingdras as well. Yeah, complicated to rank this card, because it feels like Chen Pao and Lugia had a baby. But what I'm gonna say is the Horsa and the Kingdra have a chance for me to play a deck one day, if and only if, I would say this will be forgotten in a day, but because it doesn't have an ability, it's not like Corellia or Dreepy, but I would say forget in a second, actually. Oh, and my tier list is gone. Shit. Yeah, I'm not good at doing these. Let's see if I can get done with history. There we go. Okay, my tier list is still there. Alright, yeah, so that's my final rolling. Let's see. Sneasel, cut for 10 damage. Cut 10 damage, close in. Oh, let's see. During your opponent's next turn, the Pokemon cannot retreat for 2 water energies. That could be useful. Problem is that Switch exists, and Lustbox plays Switch, but it wouldn't go good for a Guardy deck, that's for sure, because Guardy loves retreating. That's Guardy's only way, so it could be good. Could be good against Raging Bolt, because Ogre Pot. Weavile, 40 damage. Hail Claw, 70 damage, discard all energy from this Pokemon. Now your opponent's active paralyzed is now paralyzed. You don't really see that much paralysis in the meta. I'm wondering if this could be used for like a control deck. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's see. All right. I would say you still get a lot of paralysis, but Switch is just out there. I would say I think the card is good at not letting me forget about its existence. Alright, let's see. The only electricity Pokemon. Let's see. Accelerating Flash, 20 plus damage. If this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot during this turn, this attack does 120 more damage, so you're doing 124 for 1 Steel plus Evolve. Speed Break, 250 damage. Plus Maximum Belt, could do 300. Discard this Pokemon on all attached cards, so you're not leaving it as a liability, but you so much setup for so little payoff. Yeah, it's just such a bad card. I'm gonna forget about this in a day. I mean, I have a couple things to say about it. I mean, it does kill Lugia for 1, but so can Iron Thorns. And Iron Thorns can just yeah, Iron Thorns can just do ability lock, and then, you know, this just disappears. Maybe you could make it disappear and then get the Iron Thorns out, but you still gotta get 3, so I don't know. The only problem with Iron Thorns is that an energy goes to the back. But the problem with this is that the whole thing discards this Pokemon on all touch cards, so it goes in the discard pile. I would say, yeah, it's just forget about in a day. Alright, so let's see. Drowsy and Hypno. Eerie Gaze, 10 damage. Your opponent reveals their hand. Let's see. Okay, they reveal their hand. Let's see. Oh, what's this? And then Hypno, Daydream, 80 damage. During your opponent's next turn, if they attach an energy card to the Pokemon when their turn ends. That is something I can't forget about. There's a lot of ways you can use this for control, especially Snorlax control. This is probably going to make control so much better, I would say, if they're able to get the 2 energy on. Which, this thing can just die, because, I don't know. I mean, Mirage Gate's the only way around this. Professor Sada is a way around this. I mean, I think there's too many cards that have a way. I think it's niche, but it's cool. I think it's niche, but it's cool. I don't think I'm going to forget about this. It is niche, but cool. But, Hypno looks like a cool tech card. Yeah, I'm thinking it's good. It's going to be good for control decks. Okay, the big 3. The ones that everyone's talking about. This is my opinion. Duskull. From the Night Wanderer. Let's see. Psychic. Pull up 3 Duskull from your discard pile into your bench. I don't know why that's any good. Mumble. 30 damage. Dusclops. Okay, let's see. Cursed Bomb. Once during your turn, you may put 5 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon and place any damage counters this way. This Pokemon will be knocked out. So, This can be used in a lot of cards. I've seen it in a Charizard deck in Japan. So is Dusclops, where you can do 13 damage counters. I feel like this with Frostlass would be go crazy. But at the same time, Frostlass can only do 10 a turn. This in Lost Box, I don't know if it would do good or not. But there's no need to play Collapse Stadium anymore because you're just opening up space now for these Pokemon to just, you know, go away. I guess there is a reason to play it because of Luminion and stuff, but I'm just trying to think of the, like, what would use this? Would this be its own deck? I see Charizard using it because it could get the you know, Charizard does high damage, it's going to do more damage. But it's a 3-stage evolution Pokemon. I mean, chat, where would we use this? I don't know where we would use this, this card. But we will have to see. I think it, I mean, from what everybody's saying, it's meta-defining. But I just don't see it in my deck tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? So, I might play with it one day. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, it's barely niche, but cool. I feel like this is, I mean, everyone's talking about this, but, I mean, it's a suicide bomb. You're removing it. They don't take a prize card, but, you know, it feels like a waste when, you know, there's so much to be doing. I honestly do think it's in the niche but cool camp. I mean, unless chat says otherwise. Dusknoir can Dusknoir can activate Countercatcher and power up Blood Moon, Charizard, and Iono. Ooh, okay. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting. So when I'm discarding the card, Hassan, do your opponents get, I mean, does the opponent get a prize card? Oh, they're knocked out, so your opponent does get a prize card. Okay, then I'm starting to equivalate this to Frostlass. It reminds me of Frostlass, where you knock the Pokemon out. Hey, Klex, how you doing? You knock the Pokemon out, and then your opponent gets a prize. And everyone was saying Frostlass is going to be amazing. Frostlass is going to be amazing. And then now there's so much more better grass support out there. It's like, you know, it's the same thing with Frostlass. You don't see it win once you get the Frostlass knocked out. I mean, I lost to a Frostlass, so I shouldn't be talking, but I think for sure, I think it's niche but cool. I mean, I don't see it going in a deck I'm playing tomorrow. Because here's the thing, like, I guess there's so many reasons to play it. Your opponent getting prize cards is great. But can you tell me this? Why is nobody playing Why is nobody playing Fortress? Not Frostlass. Why is nobody playing Fortress? Like, there doesn't seem to be a Fortress fandom out there. And this seems like more work than Fortress. So, I don't get it. If you really want to Iono, why not use Fortress? It's 2 easy prize cards. With this, you have to knock things out. And at the same time, they don't even really have an attack. I mean, this one has 150 damage for a stage 2. I mean, during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Oh, okay, that's cool. I guess that's cool. That could go well with Hypno as well. I'm not sure. Or Sneasel. Sneasel, in fact. Sneasel, Dusknoir. You know, going with the no retreats. But yeah, I just feel like if you want to give your opponent prize, I mean, I guess the difference between Fortress EX and Dusknoir is you're only giving your opponent 1, but if you're trying to kill your opponent's hand, why don't you just play with one of the new trainers? This guy right here that we'll discuss later. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably going to see it kick my ass one day, and I'm going to regret putting out a niche but cool, but, you know, like, if you really want that, you know, prize card acceleration for your opponent, then Frostlass seems like a better option. Because you get 5 grass energies. And you can put that on Ogerpons. Oh god, I sound so, I think it's cool. Not going to be in any of my decks. Yeah, me too. Alright, Cresselia. Let's see here. Hmm. Alright. Let's see. Cresselia. Healing Pirouette. Heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon, which is the exact opposite of the other Cresselia. So, I can see why Moonlight Shrine didn't do well, because Gardevoir doesn't want to heal damage, especially with Monkey Dory around. Crescent Purge, 80 plus damage. You may turn one of your face down prize cards face up. Whoa. If you do this attack does 80 damage. The prize card will be face up for the rest of the game. I mean, if it's a Hisuian Heavy Ball, you're fucked. Just play Hisuian Heavy Ball. You don't need to play Cresselia. I mean, it's a cool concept. It's a cool concept to look at your prize cards, but, I mean, you can just use Hisuian Heavy Ball, so I'm gonna forget it today. I think it's a cool concept, but I'm gonna forget it today. Sylveon, Night Wanderer. Let's see. Let's see how many people are on the stream. Let's see. 2. Oh, cool. Hello, guys. Alright. Mystic Return. Flip a coin. If heads, choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. They shuffle that Pokemon and all attached cards in their deck. Oh, wow. That's really cool, but you're flipping a coin. Disarming Voice. Your Pokemon is now confused. I mean, if Confusion got rid of abilities, that would be great against, but it's just forgettable trash. It's probably going to come in a cuter card later down the line or something. I don't know. Krogunk from Night Wanderer, or whatever, Shrouded Fable, whatever you want to call it. Light Punch, 10 damage. Frog Hop, 20 plus damage. Flip a coin. If heads, his attack does 20 more damage. Okay, let's see what Toxicroak does. If it does anything better. 50 damage for 2 energies, no. 90 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is Evolution Pokemon, the attack does 90 more damage. Clean hit, 90 plus damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is Evolution Pokemon, so it would do 180. And the problem with this card is that all the Pokemon you want to kill are not evolution Pokemon with this. So, this is for getting a second. Nobody gives a shit. Alright, let's see. Blood Moon Ursaluna. Let's see where you're at. From Night Wanderer. Rule of thumb. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to your bench, you may attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon. Okay, Mud Bite, 100 plus damage. This attack does 30 more damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Mud Bite. This attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. Interesting. I'm just having to read that again. I mean, this could go well with Ting Lu. Is there any Ting Lu support? Maybe that. Because Ting Lu does 150. This could be the finisher. If you keep bossing up. If you keep bossing up, so you play Ting Lu with 4 boss, maybe a prime catcher. You know, they have 150. This could be a cool tech for Ting Lu. I might play this with Ting Lu. Maybe it might not be the one set wonder anymore. I think it could go well with Ting Lu. And so that might be a deck I might want to play. I mean, what if you did a Ting Lu control deck? I mean, that could stop Guardy. That could stop... I mean, it doesn't stop the EX of Guardy, but it does stop the Corellias. Maybe Ting Lu with, Hmm. Oh man, I'm trying to make Blood Moon can easily finish off the damaged Pokemon for like from Frostlass or Dragapult. Oh, okay. That could be another thing too. It's just the problem is I don't think it's like very consistent with Frostlass because Frostlass is a water type though. Yeah, I guess you're right because you could just play with Earth energies. Dragapult as well. Yeah, Dragapult. Yeah, it's a good finisher. I would say this is a very versatile card. I think it could be played in a lot of decks. And if I'm thinking about playing in Ting Lu, with the actual Blood Moon Ursaluna as well, because remember, you are getting energies once returning to play from your hand. So, you know, you could easily accelerate energy switch. Yeah, I mean, if I can make a deck with Ting Lu out of it, I think it's a Ting Lu approved. Alright, what's next? Slitherwing. Okay, so I believe, I've already read this card before, that this is also going to be a very playable card because Iron Hands is out there everywhere, and because it does 130 damage, and discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, I think this might be really well, maybe even in a Ting Lu deck as well. Damn, Earth is fighting. I keep calling it Earth. Fighting is just getting a lot of support. I think this would go really well in an Ancient Box deck, for sure as well. And I believe that with this, plus Ancient Box, it would give a justifiable reason to use because you can kill all the Iron Hands. So, I would say I'm not playing Ancient Box. I would say I'm not playing Ting Lu either. I mean, I might want to try Ting Lu. I might want to try Ting Lu. I mean, both of these in Ting Lu might be incredible. Fighting is just getting some good support for Pokemon at the very least. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If Ting Lu's not meta, I mean, I don't know. I keep bringing up Ting Lu like it's some kind of, like, godsend, but it's really not. It's actually terrible. I mean, even with Hitmonlee, it was terrible, so I would say, you know, I'm not going to be playing Ting Lu anytime soon, but I feel like if Ancient Box finds a way, I would say, you know what? I do really like these two cards. Fighting types of... Alright, we're on the dark types now. Wow, it's a very short set. Let's see. First Pokemon, Zubat. So, I've heard a lot about the Zubat-Golbat line because of Golbat. Let's just... I don't think... I mean, Zubat has Search Your Deck for a supporter card, reveal it, which I think is goated. I mean, you could do that for anything. Darkness Fang. I mean, this could go even in a Last Box Roaring Moon deck. Darkness Fang, you know, 10 damage. Night Wanderer, Speed Dive, 40, or Golbat from Night Wanderer, Speed Dive, 40 damage, Pit Back Blade, 80 damage on your next turn. This Pokemon can attack. Crobat. Sato Messenger. Once during your turn, if you play Janae's Signature Technique. So it just gives that card another, you can draw cards until you 8 in your hand. It reminds me of the Crobat that we used to play with all the way back in Sword and Shield, Crobat V. But there's an extra step to it, meaning the support card, it's more. It just depends on if people are willing to play it, but, I mean, the decks are so combined. I mean, you can make a dark deck or something. Okay, so it's a poisoned effect, so maybe. There might be decks made out of this, but for sure, there might be a dark deck. I may have to look at some decks coming out of Japan, for sure, to see if people are playing this, but it does look playable. It does look playable. And, let's see. Okay, so, let's see. Hmm. Help me out here, Hassan. Is Poison just gonna go crazy? I mean, I feel like I can't judge this card until I see all the other dark types, so we're just gonna hold off on the Crobat for now, because I'm wondering if it's worth playing. Let's see. Absol, bad fail, playing plus damage. If you have at least 3 Darkness Energy in play. Okay, well, I've already forgot about that one. Wait, how much damage is that doing? 70 damage! Wow, that's terrible. Zorora, Stampede, Double Scratch, 20 times damage. Oh, flip 2 coins, attack does take damage to heads, no. Zoroark, Phantom Jack, 60 times damage. Ooh. Interesting. What if, wow. This could be good. But expect to do like 20 because no, and then this does 110. I would say the Zeraora line is forget in a day. Zeraora is not what it was back then. I mean, this could go good against, I mean, 60 times 4 is 240. So if you're playing with it could be niche actually because Miraidon's out there. And I think poison is too easy to counter to be this good. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, you can just switch and your poison's gone. So I think Zeraora is niche to play. Niche but cool because you can kill Miraidon. If you're, battling a Charizard next format or, with the new EXs, I mean, people are going to be gung-ho to play those. So we might see some Zeraora. I think it might be niche. Let's see. I would think... Let's see. Let's see. What the hell? Okay. Let's see. Alright. Okay. Alright, Inkay. Look at the top card of your opponent's deck. You may have your opponent shuffle the deck. Oh, that's kind of cool. It reminds me of a team... It's like worst team... It's like Mankey from way back in the day. But not an ability. Conspiracy Tentacles. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. This is packed to train. Ooh, if you did not play... Okay. Well, that's actually really cool. That's really cool. I think that's really cool. That is really cool. But you have to play the trainer. It's giving me the same vibes as Crobat. You have to play the trainer first in order to use it. But I think for control, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty niche. And you know what? I think this will go up to... I might want to play it one day because I think that's really cool. I think I like it way better than Zoroark. I think just the potential for control is just really cool. You could do this with Frostlass too. Just whittle down your opponent's hand and then, give them no way to retreat, but elongating the game. I think it's good for a nice... and the supporter card is a great control card. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I might play that in a deck one day. Actually, I'm starting to say in my deck when the set releases, I mean, these dark types are going crazy. I might want to try this for control, actually. I feel like, though, it's not going to be in every deck. I'm not sure. I might play it. If I feel like it's going to be in a deck when my set releases, I just don't feel like this is going to be in my deck when the set releases. Okay, let's see. Yveltal. Put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon that have made damage counter on it. I think that would go great with Frostlass too. Destructive Beam, 100 damage, flip a coin, discard an energy from your opponent. Wow, this is a really cool card if it weren't 3 energies on each Pokemon that has damage counters on it. I think this would go good in Frostlass with Frostlass. Frostlass is getting tons of support. Just tons. They are just pumping this Pokemon up with steroids. I would say, I think it's niche but cool. It's gonna go really well with Frostlass, and I think that's it. Maybe with Lost Box too. Maybe play it one day. I think I might actually be tight, Alright, the EX Dark Pokemon. There are a lot of them. Let's get started. Okie dokie EX! Let's see if we get these up. Oh. I forgot what Janine does, so I will worry about Crobat when I see that card again. Alright, Poison Muscle. Switch your deck for 2 up to 2 basic energy and attach them to this Pokemon. And attach them to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. If attached in any way, this Pokemon is now poisoned. Okay. This Pokemon is 30. Okay. So there's 260. If your opponent's if you're poisoned, if you get bossed, you're kind of fucked. You wasted a turn. But you do 260 if everything goes well. I just don't like these two, I don't like these 2-turn Pokemon. I think it's just a waste of a turn. Is there a way to, I'm wondering if there's a way to just poison your own Pokemon without having to deal, I mean, there is, there's that Perilous Jungle, and there's Among Us as well. There's other ways to poison, so that first attack is completely useless. The second attack, though, does 260. Plus maximum belt, you're doing up to 310, you kill Gardevoir. Well, you already killed Gardevoir with double damage, but it's not killing a Charizard. Dragapult is 330, correct? There are like 3 new ways to poison in this set. Yeah, that's true. But you're doing 260. I don't think 260 is enough. I don't think 260 is enough to justify, because then you're just you know, adding damage to yourself, and you know there's a bunch of Frostlass support suddenly, and now they're gonna add more damage, and you know you're basically setting yourself off. Maybe you can play Scoop Up Cyclone. We'll see. Maybe Scoop Up Cyclone might work with this deck. 300. Maybe 400 with a new item. Oh, really? 300 with a new item. Let's see what the new item does. I don't know anything about it yet. We're going to hold off on that in Pokemon, just like the Crobat line. So we're going to put that at the back until we know about the new items. Alright, Monkey Dory. Alright, now the crazy Monkey Dory from Temporal Forces is now an EX. So let's see if it's crazier. Ability, skip a beat. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, if you have a Parachute, what the hell is a Parachute? Okay. EX in play, your opponent takes 1 fewer prize card. Dirty Headbutt. 190 damage during your next turn. This Pokemon can't use Dirty Headbutt. I need to know what Parachute EX does to judge. So we're also going to put that in the back as well, but Parachute is coming up first, so okay. I can't really judge it. Ability, take advantage. Once during your turn, if your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you draw 3 cards. You can't use more than this. Okay, so this is the new Crobat V, I guess. If your opponent was knocked out. Monkey Dory EX looks very meh. Yeah, but I gotta see what Parachute EX does first before we can fully determine its abilities. Once during your turn, I mean, this looks great. I mean, I wish it was Fenzendapiti EX. That was, you know, being with Monkey Dory. Because this looks like it's going to be in every deck. Jesus Christ, that's like pretty amazing. So we're going to do it when in my deck when this releases. That's just insane. 3 more cards. I mean, the only reason why you wouldn't play it is against control. Alright, now Percheron. Ability, Controlling Chains. Once during your turn, you may switch one of your benched Pokemon, except with your active Pokemon. What? Is now poisoned? Okay. 60 times damage. This attack does 60 damage for each prize your opponent has taken. Well, this isn't going to kill Snorlax unless you Dusclops. So, basically, in order to kill Control now, you need to have 2 Dark Energies. Oh, okay. I'm starting to see the Dusknoir go up to maybe play one day now, because this is just absolutely crazy. And I can definitely see myself play that to get rid of Control. Now you know what? Now these guys have elevated because in a deck when the set releases, because you can just kill control. You can draw a 3 card. You can set everything up. You can put your opponent in front of you so they don't use counter catcher, and then kill their Snorlaxes, which is insane. But what does that mean for Monkey Dory? They take a fewer prize card, but they're not killing you. I mean, that deck is just crazy. That's just a crazy card. That's like Gengar, but cracked. That was like the Gengar I was trying to play at the beginning. Does that mean I would still play Monkey Dory? They can't use Dirty Headbutt. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack. Oh, okay. Oh. It's a person. Your opponent takes 1 fewer prize card. I don't know, because Control is just crazy out there. But I don't know how Control does in the next set. And if they accommodating Flute, yeah. But Control's not taking. I guess it is a med card. I guess it is a med card. You're right. Okay. So you get this. I would say meh, yeah. Maybe play one day if something goes crazy. Alright, well, what does the attack do again? Dirty Headbutt during your turn. Yeah, it's niche but cool. I would say now that if you can get your Pokemon poison and switch, I would say Ogie Dogie. I would say these 3 would just be in a match made in heaven in a deck with the Dusknoirs. This is legit just Control. All the darkness looks strong, but Monkey just doesn't do anything. Yeah. I think this is just what Pokemon's saying. Yeah, we fucked up with Control. We are just gonna, like, solve the meta. We're just gonna solve the meta. I hope this solves the meta. I mean, everybody who hates Control on Twitter, and I know there's a lot of you out there, they should be playing this new Darkness deck. I think they should be playing this new Darkness deck. For sure. And, that is basically my opinion on these Dark Pokemon. Alright, Genesect, Ace Canceller. If this Pokemon has any tools attached, your opponent cannot play any Ace Specs from their hand. I feel like, what Ace Spec card... I mean, there's Prime Catcher out there. And your opponent can't play it. This really does stop, but it's just so much setup. And no, I guess it's just your opponent cannot play. It still makes you play. I'm not sure if this will be the new Jirachi, because there's some freaky deaky, there's Unfair Stamp out there. And Unfair Stamp is just making Guardy king. And a lot of people, or from the podcast I watched today, it seemed like Guardia is going to be doing really well at Worlds. And it's just like, what tool do you want to put on Genesect that'll make Genesect not only better, but, you know, like what... Okay, I guess it does cancel, but what could you put on Genesect? Because there's an attack that does, you know, for 3 energies, 100 damage. But what is a tool you could put on Genesect that will make Genesect stronger by itself? Like, what will make Genesect stronger by itself? I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Maybe there's not the cape. You got any ideas, Hassan? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think of, let's see. Okay. Trying to think of any tools. And then, I mean, this plus Jamming Tower could really... Genesis feels like an opportunity cost of basically 1 mana spent slot that's hard to justify. I personally won't want to run it. But then your opponent can't play Prime Catcher or Reset Stamp. I feel like it's a... Just imagine a game with no Reset Stamp. Imagine a game without Prime Catcher. Like, imagine what that does to the prize mapping. But I just can't think of any tool that this card can freaking enjoy. It just doesn't enjoy. I mean, there's just no tool that you would want to waste. I mean, maybe Rescue Board. Rescue Board would be good if they try to send it up, but you know, and they don't kill. But usually, if they're sending the Genesect up, they're killing. I would say I think the idea is cool, but I feel like there's gonna be an A spec that's so broken that Genesect is gonna have to be played. And I feel like that's why I'm gonna say I might have to play it one day, but I still don't think it's good right now. It might be good one day. That's my final opinion. Kufant. Tackle 30 damage. Confront 70 damage for 3 energy. Wow, I don't care. Cooper Jaw ability. Gargantuan Body. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent cannot play any stadium cards from their hand. They can't play stadium cards? What? As long as this Pokemon's on the active spot. So, and then for 4, you can do Nose Lariat, 130 damage. You may do 100 damage. If you do during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So basically, this Pokemon's a waste. You may do 100 damage. I don't know. The stadiums are just like, you got Jamming Tower. There's no path to peak, but I'm wondering if this will set up for a path. At the same time, it's just too much. Too much energy. I think I'm gonna forget this card in a day. There's just not a stadium out there that can justify it. I think it's cool, stadium lock, but you can wall off some decks with the new stadium. Oh, okay, but this is too easy to counter. Okay, I want to know what the new stadium is before I rank this Pokemon, so we're gonna put this on the bottom. If there's a stadium that this thing needs to wipe out. Okay, so we haven't made my decision yet. Vroom! During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. I don't care. And if Revroom's awful, this thing is just forgettable. Axio. 10 damage. Sharp Thing. 30 damage. Honestly, I'm wondering if people could play the original Revroom. I mean, Jamming Tower exists, but not only Roaring Moon I can see playing it. Axio. Okay, Sharp Thing. Don't care. Scratch. 10 damage. I don't care. Fracture. Okay, an ability. Whenever your opponent plays an item or supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects done to this Pokemon. I don't care. Like, what? Prevent... Oh, whenever an opponent plays... Okay, so you can't boss this. Okay, let's see if Haxorus is good. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any special energies, it is knocked out. Oh, wow. So, no boss and 1 Lugia kill. And this will go crazy in Dragapult. Or, not Dragapult. What's it called? I keep forgetting the name. Regidrago. Yeah, Hassan, don't correct me yet. I would say... I mean, it's so much setup. I would say it's gonna be played in the new Dragapult. No Dragapult. I keep forgetting the name. Regidrago. If I say Regidrago 3 times, I'll remember it. Haxorus is gonna go in my Regidrago. I mean, if I start playing Regidrago, which, I mean, this set is making me want to, I would say this card is kind of good. I would say, Regidrago is doing good right now, but it's on its last legs. I would say this is pretty cool. Niche, but cool. And I would say Axio is kind of cool now that, you know, Haxorus is out. So it's niche but cool, and then Haxorus, I mean, if I play Dragapult, it's probably going to go to deck. Kyurem, the controversial Kyurem. Everybody wants to know my opinion on this, except everybody is the homeless man that I made up in my mind. So, basically, yeah. Okay, let's see. If your opponent has any... Okay. If your opponent has any card in their discard pile with chorus in its name, this Pokemon Trifrost attacks can be used. Okay. So it's gonna be used in Regidrago. Haxorus goes hard in Regidrago. I think it's gonna go good in Regidrago. And every deck's gonna want to play Manaphy if Regidrago is just terrorizing the meta with this card. I may want to play test Regidrago when this card comes out. No Manaphy player is just going to see it, because you don't even need to do the ability if Regidrago is just out there. Yeah. I mean, this certifies everybody to play Regidrago, and Hassan is getting the early scoop. Alright, Meowth. Fury Swipes, 20 plus damage. Or times damage. Flip 3 coins. Okay, just depends on what Persian's doing. Fury Swipe. Coin flip, no, nothing to really get upset about. Just forget in a second. I don't give a shit about coin flips. Coin flips don't do anything except in the earliest of metas. Colorful Class, search your deck for 3 basic energy cards. If you're able to put them in your hand. I mean, just play Lady if you're gonna play Goldango. I mean, you're not... This is trash. Man, these normal types, they are not helping. Furfu, energy SS 30 plus 30 damage. Attach a basic energy card for discard pop one of your bench Pokemon. That's just a waste. I mean, could go good in last box if you're in trouble. So I'm gonna forget it today. Let's see. I don't think Kyurem stops last box because you can just form Manaphy. Pow Pad, but it goes right into Regidrago. Yeah, for sure, yeah. It'll go back to the... I feel like Kyurem is going to change the meta where everyone's going to go to big basics again. Because Kyurem is just that scary. And if you have Manaphy Prize, you just lose the game. And I don't think any deck wants to run... I don't think any deck wants to run Manaphy. Discard all energy. I don't know, Regidrago is going to be really scary. Let's see. Stuffle. Down 3 damage. Damage for itself. Beware. For 1 charger. 30 damage. Short your deck for a basic energy card. And attach it to this Pokemon and shuffle your deck. And then next turn you could do 130 damage. That's no... I mean, with a maximum belt you could technically kill. But it's just like... What is... There's no reason to. Okay. Alright, we're finally on to the trainers. This is what we've got so far. Binding Mochi. The attacks of your opponent do 40 more damage? What the fuck? Oh my god. They are just trying to kill Control. Yeah, they are trying to kill Control with this. This is bullshit. Yeah, they are just trying to kill Control because you can switch and you do 40 more damage. Wow. And they're just, so that would do 300 plus Dusknoir. Jesus Christ. They just literally just made a deck. They just shot a deck out of their ass. It's insane. Alright. Cassiopeia. You can only use this card with the last card in your hand. Switch your deck. 3 cards and put them in your hand. Shuffle your deck. I don't know. I was kind of hyped for this card. A little bit. But it's like, what 2 cards do you want to play after you play a supporter, you know? I feel like Cassiopeia is kind of trash because you're using a supporter, and then what? How are you going to get more cards in your hands? I mean, you can wait. I mean, this looks good for the end game. This looks good for the end game if you need an energy. I mean, I actually see one being played in a Lost Box. I can definitely see one being played in a Lost Box. For sure. I'm just trying to think of, it's just like a last minute thing. It seems like a last ditch effort card. Like last turn. I would say it's niche, but cool. I don't think all trainers are equal. Chorus's Tenacity. Well, you can search your deck for a stadium card and an energy card, reveal them, and then put them into your hand. So, Chorus's Experiment is obviously better. And this just feels like a nerfed version of, of that box card, the secret box. Just feels nerfed. I just don't see any justifiable reason. Like a worse Arvin. Also bricks itself. Yeah, that's even worse. You know what? You gave me a good point. It is worse than Arvin. I'm gonna forget about this in a day. Alright, so Chorus is, I mean, you get a stadium card and an energy. I mean, if you really want that jamming tower or artisan that bad, but if you're gonna, I mean, wouldn't you rather just have Buddy Puffin and energy search? This card's kind of lame. Alright, Chorus, where are you? I'm gonna put you in, I mean, I don't know, I mean, there's no stadium card that, there's a future stadium card, so we're gonna wait for that future stadium card before we make a decision, because they said there was a, okay. Dangerous Laser. Your opponent is now burned and confused. Chorus can tutor special energy. Oh, like legacy energy, but it gets punished by Kyurem. Yeah. Still though, it's just like if you get Kyurem, you're still getting 2 energy cards out. Dangerous Laser. I mean, burn and confused. Just switch. And all your problems go away. I would say forget a day. Okay, so now we're on to Janine's secret technique. So now we can start to rank the Crobats again. The Crobat line, can you please stand up? Alright, Janine. Choose up to 2 of your dark Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, search up a basic dark energy and attach it to that Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. So, you get your cards up to 8, and then with Crobat, if you touch it, that Pokemon is poisoned. Oh, well, that's good, because then you get your Binding Mochi. And then you get your freaking bullshit. Oh, wow. Okay, that with Crobat, you get energy acceleration onto how many of your Pokemon? Let me see. Where is it? Okay, so that's like Sada. That's like Sada. Where did I put Colress? Did I put Colress back? Oh, right. The energy 2. That's like crazy. This like Janine card is crazy cracked. Because now another deck just gets another Sada. And this deck is already just like, God. Yeah, definitely going to be making a Darkness deck. Alright. So then Crobat will go here. I'll just say, I mean, Crobat with this, because Crobat has the ability that if it's poisoned, right? Or it's not, it doesn't have to be poisoned. Your opponent's Pokemon is poisoned, so you do 160, 2 damage counters instead of 1. Wow. This Darkness deck is cracked. I would say it might go. I mean, this just looks like the draw engine, but you got a rare candy, and your opponent can de-evolute, and you're still. I don't know. I feel like it's nicher than that, because with this that you can draw for every card that your opponent knocks out, so you're still accelerating. I'm not sure. I think the Crobat line is a little more niche than we give it credit for. So we'll see. Or not niche, but I think it might play it one day. I'm gonna see how. Absol. Oh wait, we already were here. Oops, my cognitive ability. We were in the cool cards. Alright, so this is a stadium. Prevent all damage done to the Pokemon that don't have a rule box by attacks from their Pokemon EX or V. Well, that is a big counter. If this card's in the discard pile, it cannot be put back in the hand or shuffled in the deck. Well, I mean, there's no card that... There's Silene, but... I mean... This can really slow things down. Yeah, Dark Patch is going to make this deck go even crazier. But Janine doesn't... Man, why do you even need Dark Patch? Janine's all you need, I think, right? Aren't these Pokemon doing, like, 3 attacks? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, Dark Patch definitely going to be needing to be in there. Yeah, if you want to attack turn 3. I mean, this will save Lost Box. This is going to make Lost Box just go fucking crazy. So, I believe that that's just going to make Lost Box go crazy. And I think that's a reason to play Colress. That's a reason to. And the special energy, you get punished, but you can't get attacked by Regidrago if it has a rule box. So that could be a counter. Non-economy. Once during each player's turn, that player may put a card from their hand at the top of their deck. I mean, I guess that Kyurem, all you Kyurem V-Star people can get a turn. I would say it's niche but cool. I don't know if this will help Kyurem. Who knows? Night Stretcher. Put a Pokemon of basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. Yeah. This is gonna go crazy. Every deck list I see, that is in the deck. For sure. Hey, it's my buddy Mew. I'm streaming. Yeah, you're always here, bro. Yeah, so anyways, we were talking, I'm talking about the new Pokemon card TCG set. So if you want to listen to me be crazy about it, you're welcome to do so. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, so Night Stretcher, yeah, definitely putting a Pokemon and energy in your hand. And it's not a supporter either. I think this is gonna go completely crazy. Electric Generator, Squovit, Cassiopeia. That Electric Generator, Squovit, Cassiopeia. For Miraidon? Night Economy is funny with Electric Generator. Oh, you're right. Oh, that elevates it a little bit from Rhydon. I would say and maybe play one day. I mean, I think you guys gave me a good reason to, yeah, busted, yeah. Electric Generator might go crazy. Yeah, that is a good point. That made me might want to play Miraidon. And with Night Stretcher too, if there's energy in the discard, you can play that on Miraidon as well. So, yeah, okay. Alright. Pokevital A from Night Wonder. Heal 150 from your damage from one of your Pokemon. If this card is in your discard pile, it cannot be put into your hand or shuffled into your deck. Let's see. That's like... I mean, anybody playing Goodra? I don't know. It's niche, but cool. I don't really have much to... You can't even put it back in your deck. I mean, there's probably going to be a Pokemon out there that's going to... I mean, you could use it in Chansey. So maybe it could go good for Chansey control. Maybe it might bust it. But I don't think I'm playing Chansey. I think that's kind of boring. What would you guys think? You're going to play Chansey? Yeah, Yucky Cherry. I mean, no, yucky, but bad. It's okay. I think it's niche. I think it's niche. I think it's only gonna be Regrets. Alright, Power Hourglass. At the end of your turn, if this card is attached to an active spot, you may attach the basic energy from the discard pile to that Pokemon. I'm not sure. There's a lot of decks now where energy acceleration is king. I am gonna say this is gonna be played in Dragapult. So, because Dragapult tanks a lot of damage, and I feel like this is the only way you have Scoop Up, Cyclone, Turo, and Penny. Not worth an A-Spec slot. No, I mean, I think Power Hourglass, I mean, I feel like it's just the only way to accelerate Dragapult. Can you attack? You can accelerate to Dragapult energy that because I swear Dragapult just has the hardest time finding energy. It's like the one deck. And I guess you could play Colress to stop that too. So maybe it's more niche because Colress exists. I feel like the Colress card, it just keeps getting better and better in my head. That's why I put it in my deck when the set releases, because I think Dragapult just has a really hard time. You need to always have chat open. You're misinterpreting things. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'll keep chat open. It's just that it's blocking the view of my thing. That's why. So, tell you what, I will do, I guess I need to put chat up on my YouTube. It's blocking the view of my thing, that's why. Okay, there it is. Pidgey, Neo, Upper, Mela, Zatu. I mean, yeah, I just think, yeah, but I meant like finding the energy. Pidgey, I don't know, it just requires so much, setup to find that energy, and damage is being spread everywhere. Damage is literally being spread everywhere. So it's like, you know, like I could Greninja, Dreepies, and, you know, the second evolved form, and Pidgeys, and yeah, I get it. Okay, you can Vessel as well. I just don't see Vessel that much. I don't even know. I feel like the Charizard, okay, you're giving me a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons. I just still feels like every time I play Dragon Ball, maybe I'm playing with low skill players. Maybe that's why I'm seeing them have a harder time. I don't know. But I think searching an energy just plain, even though you get punished by Kiram, Power Hour mid. Okay. I will say it's niche but cool. I think there could be a use for it later in the future. Okay. Last card. Oh, and then the stadium not being able to use and play. Yeah, this card is trash because it can only stop. Yeah. Alright. Your opponent discards their hand until they have 3 cards in their hand. Um, um, that's just crazy good. And then, but, but then again, there was Hand Trimmer, nobody played that. I'm just not sure. I mean, I would say it would probably be something I play with one day. I just feel like Eerie is so much better because you're taking away what's important. Your opponent can choose. I think your opponent can choose the cards he gets rid of, which doesn't help. With Eerie, you can get rid of those good cards. What do you guys think? Am I off the rocker here? I don't know. I think it would be good if you played this Zurich's plan and then you play the Inkay. I think that would be cool because that just locks your opponent when you need to. It's a good card, yeah. I'll say I'll maybe play one day. And yeah, that's my tier list. I think, I guess now, like, my opinion of the new set is that the dark Pokemon are just going to ravage the format. And, you know, Kyurem's going to ravage the format. Regidrago is going to ravage the format. This set is incredibly powerful. Very meta-defining. It's a small set and it goes under the radar, but I think it's very meta-defining. There's so many cards that just really interrupt the play, and there's so much potential for older decks to be using these cards in order to enhance them. I would say that there is going to be a lot more damage countering for sure with the Dusclops and Dusknoir and everything like that. And yeah, we are going to be living in a new era, in a new era of the TCG, and we're never going to go back. And I mean, I heard it gets a lot crazier in the next set, but we haven't seen all the cards. But I think that this is going to be very meta-defining. I think my games are going to be very different, and they're going to be. I just feel like the games that we're going to be playing are going to be slower and more methodical. I think more games are going to just be more slower and more methodical. I think the game's already slow, but I think this really does slow down the pace of the game even more because everybody is trying to evolve their Dusknoirs, getting the damage counters where they need to be. You know, like Kleck said, more Zard buffs, which is crazy to think that dark types get more buffs. Everybody getting poison. It seems like with the new darkness type, I think honestly, in my opinion, I think this is all response to control. I really do. I think that in my heart, it's all response to control. Especially because you have that one EX you can just pop down and then suddenly you just switch your Pokemon. Yeah, they're poisoned, but you can get rid of it. Like, I think Pokemon realized that Snorlax was just way too just broken, and it's not making the game fun for anybody. And yes, I agree that anybody can play what they want, but I think Pokemon is now trying to stop that play before it just ruins the game for everyone else. I mean, Snorlax in top 8, so I don't know why Pokemon's really worried about it, but it could get worse if people find more ways to beat it. Yeah, I mean, you could stop A-Specs with Genesect. Kingdra looks like a new Chen Pao, worrying Chen Pao, but we'll see, because you can grab, the 3 Water-type Pokemon. You can even grab Chen Pao with the Baxcalibur. I never thought of that if you put those in the discard, So, I mean, new United Wings, new staple to everyone's deck, drawing a Pokemon and an energy from the deck. I mean, yeah, these are just all bangers in my opinion. I can't wait for this set to come out August 2nd. I think it's going to be really fun, and maybe the Ting-Lu might come back. Maybe the Ting-Lu with Slitherwing. Who knows? Ting-Lu control anyone? Who wants to play Ting-Lu control? I mean, could I make a Ting-Lu work with this deck? Maybe the Hourglass could help. Yeah, this would do good with the, Pokemon Academy could help with the Gusty Pickaxe. That would go hard. plus this. Yeah, you're gonna accelerate a lot. So maybe Tinglu might come back. Maybe that should be the thumbnail. Tinglu's chance to return. Oh, Zapdos is back too. Arcanine V. Oh wow, more Zard buffs. New Slazzle. Wow. But yeah,